Separately, let's talk about Steve Cohen's Point72 asset management because it's losing some key players. The Wall Street Journal reporting about 20 portfolio managers, so this is not nothing, this is serious, have now left the hedge fund firm just this year, with at least 5 jumping ship to rival Citadel. This includes a number of people who had worked for Cohen for more than a decade. Cohen, of course, opened Point72 last year after he was once again allowed to manage outside money following that punishment for an insider trading scandal. Joining us right now on the Squawk Newsline is the journalist who broke that story, Rachael Levy, Wall Street Journal hedge fund reporter. Rachel, what does this say about what's happening inside Point72, especially when you talk about some of the longer veteran portfolio managers who've been with Steve Cohen for a very long time?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I think that it shows that a lot of the longer tenured guys, and mostly guys who've left, it's a changing of the guard of sorts at the firm, and this is an unusual level of departures for Point72.
What about the returns at the firm?
So the firm relaunched last year, was roughly flat for the year, doing a little bit better this year, up about 9% through the first half, but still trailing Citadel, which is, sort of the big rival here.
Right. So here's the real question. Let's just put it out there, okay? So, you talk about athletes, you say the ones that were winning were using steroids, and then they stopped using steroids, and then they weren't as good. So the question is, when you look at the returns of this firm and what's happening inside this firm, do you say to yourself, what was happening before during the sort of heyday of success was a function of insider trading or was a function of brilliance?
I don't think that's for me to decide or to say definitively right now.
Rachel, I have a question for you. You're the hammer in this sector. You cover it so well. I like reading your work. 2 and 20 as a model. 2 and 20, which was so popular for 40 years now. What's the destiny of this in the next 5 years? I am never giving a manager 2 and 20 ever again. That's never going to happen. The returns have sucked. And frankly, it hasn't been hedging, it's been leverage that provided their returns. The sector is really hurting now for performance. What happens?
Yeah, I get asked this a lot. It's definitely a hot topic of discussion in the industry. I think that, listen, the managers that perform well will probably still charge very high fees and make a lot of money for themselves and for their clients. But there are definitely a lot of funds that cannot command 2 and 20, and I think that's been true for some time now.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to leave the conversation there. Rachel, great reporting. Appreciate you calling in this morning.